I would like an opinion on it. And I think so with the rest of the county, because there's been some questions about this graduation. And I guess it borders on whether or not FCAT should be used to measure everything. But it is a question, and I've talked to different people about it, and I'd like to get the opinion of the school board members or candidates. Here it is. If a student fails the FCAT but passes all other classes, should they graduate with their class with a diploma? Now, regardless of what the law says, what I would like to hear all the school, what y'all think about, or how y'all get up, what we do about it.
FCAT, always a popular subject in the school system. But just for the record, on the previous question, on Amendment 8, I'll be voting yes.
Oh, okay.
I'll be voting yes.
I misunderstood you.
Because the school system still needs the flexibility.
Okay.
The optimal ratio is to 1 to 1 as close as possible, but the school system still needs that.
Yeah, my apologies.
No problem. The Florida Department of Education graduation requirements say that no, the student cannot graduate if they fail the FCAT. As a parent, this concerns me. My child may not be a good test taker. And therefore, if they can't pass the FCAT, which is one test at one particular time during my high school career, then I just can't graduate. As a parent, I would want to see a better solution. And as a school board member, I will work to provide it. Recently, there have been measures put in place to flag students early on that are having problems passing the FCAT. If these students take advantage of every opportunity to try and pass the FCAT, such as taking all of their ACTs and using the available resources, and they still cannot pass the FCAT, then I believe that these students should be allowed to pass and graduate. Thank you.
Well, the state does allow districts to decide whether or not students can pass all their subjects until FCAT. The state allows the districts to decide whether or not they can walk with their class and graduate. I think they would give a certificate of attendance on the diploma instead of the regular diploma, but the state does allow the district to decide. I don't really have a problem with allowing students who rather work in their regular classes and make good grades to pass even though they failed the FCAT. In the past, I've had a lot of good students who work hard, make good grades, are intelligent kids, but for some reason or another, they're just not good standardized test takers. I hate to see them miss the opportunity to graduate with their class, and that does not come along but once in a lifetime. The FCAT is kind of being phased out with end-of-course tests now. So hopefully, in the high school and even in the junior high, they're having end-of-course tests for certain subjects instead of FCAT. So hopefully that will help resolve the problem of funding the FCAT and passing the other courses, because it will kind of be combined. But overall, I would probably allow students to walk with their class if they pass all those classes, even though they failed it.
Students feel the FCAT passes all their other classes should they graduate with the class with the diploma. I think they should be allowed to participate. The law was passed if the student completes the minimum number of credits for high school graduation but does not pass the FCAT, he or she may still be allowed to graduate with a certificate of completion. And that's what the law states. So, that's what we have to go by. That's what I.
If you want to touch on controversy, having a child that is not like you and has not passed the FCAT. Mr. Stallings can tell you we've had several board meetings for that. But it's not normally the child who has passed all their other courses and come to you and passed the FCAT. It's normally not that child. Now, there has been some exceptions to the case. We have voted for some not to graduate. We have voted for some to graduate. We have voted for all of them to graduate. There's always controversy, and no one is ever happy, but there is controversy. However, the state has taken that away from us. We don't have that decision to make any longer, because you have to pass the FCAT in order to graduate. They took that decision totally away, so there's nothing we can actually do about that part. The student has to pass the math and the reading portion of the 10th grade FCAT in order to be able to graduate. Or they can, if they want to, they have the option of doing the ACT, which you can have. Now you have to have, they've upped those points. You have to have a 15 in math or an 18 in the reading, and an 18 in readings, excuse me, in order to use that as your FCAT. You can also use the SAT. Very few students do this, but you have to have a 420 in reading, which is actually going up from last year, and you have to have a 340 in math, which is actually going down from last year. So the state can't even decide what they think needs to be done. But we have had students pass, and we have had students who failed, and it is an individual basis that you have to determine that on. So, like I said, anything controversy with your children, anything to do with your children, there's controversy. And we just hope each and every one continues with their education and makes the best of their life.